Congratulations! We have reached the end of week 3. Let's quickly recap what all we have studied. So, the first important lesson that we have learned was we should be nice, we should be caring towards our close friends, towards our strong friends, but probably we should forget them when it comes about finding a nice job opportunities. When it comes to finding a job opportunity, it's better to contact a friend who is just an acquaintance, with whom we talk rarely, with whom we talk less frequently, and probably that person is my future employer or maybe a link to my future employer. So, these people, these kind of ties between me and a person with whom I talk less often, we termed it as a weak tie. And we have looked at the importance of these weak ties in the networks. We have seen that in a network, these kinds of weak ties, they act as a connector between two different worlds. So, in our entire world, these kind of weak ties, they connect two communities. What will happen if we pull these weak ties and throw them away? You see what will happen to the world then? The world will get divided into individual components where there are no ties between these two. What happens in this world, in this component, nobody in this component comes to know about it. What happens here, nobody here comes to know about it, and all these different components evolve independently, and probably that's not nice. Next cute concept which we looked at was what kind of ties are there, how do the ties they behave in our social networks, online social networks like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and all such places. And we have seen that what happens on Facebook is we have so many friends, so many friends, and we do not talk to them on a regular basis. We are not very much close to them, but we always open our news feed and we are always interested in looking what is happening in their lives, and this kind of a tie is termed as passive engagement. So, we do not talk to them regularly, but once in a while we look at what's happening in their life in a news feed and probably then we follow it up. The last very beautiful concept, and personally my best, is that of clustering coefficient. I hope you remember what is clustering coefficient. So, it's mainly what fraction of my friends are friends with each other. So, it kind of indicates the amount of the level of bonding between my friends, and we have seen that if the clustering coefficient is very less of my friends know each other, I am more prone to commit suicide. But then there are people like Ramya we talked about who have a very less clustering coefficient, but they make use of this clustering coefficient to flourish their business. So, how should our world look like was our next question. How should our social networks look like? Should everybody here has a very high clustering coefficient so that the world is united, or we need some people like Ramya who kind of act as weak ties connecting these different worlds so that there kind of emerges as competition between the two. So, which is the best? Should everything be united, or there should be different worlds connected with weak ties? And we do not know. It's an open question. What should happen, this one, or a nice combination, something in between both of these. Next in the league is coming a very interesting chapter on homophily. So, you might find homophily to be quite a technical term, but in simple words, homophily simply means like attracts like, birds of a feather flock together. That is mainly if I am fat and you are fat, we tend to go together. We tend to become friends with each other. It might appear to you as a silly idea or stupid idea, unrealistic, but in the next chapter we look at how it's actually true and how it's a very important component in our life. The second very interesting concept we'll be talking is about social influence. Okay, influence, we know what is social influence, and it's again a very interesting concept which says that beware of your fat friends. Probably if you are hanging out with that fat guy, you also tend to gain weight over a period of time. So, this chapter kind of reinforces our old parental advice, watch your company. So, I will not reveal many of the secrets here. You go ahead and watch week 4.